guys, are you ready for another Hostile Takeover? Well, this is not that. We're not Hostile Takeovering today. I mean, it's similar, I guess. I don't know. Hakan does not need a Hostile Takeover. Why? Because Hakan has basically covered all of the PvE aspects. TOA 100 hard, 29-second Giants, 39-second Dragons, 38-second Necropolis. Actually, I think that's 2 seconds faster than mine. Triple S on everything. But he is kind of looking to start doing RTA. And he has not done really much RTA before. So, thought it'd be nice. It would be nice and fun. He's actually even got the KB5 as well. So, hey, damn it, didn't we say we were going to call that Thundercat? What happened to that? No one called it Thundercat. No one called it Ballerina either. I would have been happy with Ballerina. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at his RTA stuff. See his light dark nat 5s. Damn. But we're gonna take a look at his RTA stuff. We're gonna see like where he's possibly like where he should focus his efforts. Because basically, when you're looking to start doing RTA, you have to think about a few different things. You have to say like, okay, what is the comp I want to run? Do you want to run a control comp? Do you want to run a tanky bruiser comp? Do you want to run tanky bruiser comps are less effective to a certain point. I've seen some people run some effective tanky bruiser comps, but it really depends on like the units that you have at your disposal. So control, tanky bruise, cleave, etc., etc. Everything has its strengths and weaknesses. You're not going to win all of your fights. You just want to win like more than the first part is winning more than half, right? Winning more than half, you're at a good start. Then start making modifications. See what could you improve to get that little extra win rate, little extra win rate. So a few things that you want to keep in mind is one, opening versus responding. This is like I took that exact phrasing from Make It a Bud. But you have to think, are you getting turn 1 or are you getting turn 2? If you're getting turn 2, how are you going to respond to the opponent taking turn 1? If you're taking turn 1, then how are you going to either kill something or control them? You want to like outspeed, strip, CC, control them so they don't get any turns. Or are you, like, Topa V likes to do that kind of strategy, like with the Hathor stuff. Or are you going to nuke, right? Some people like to do the speed nukes, like Lucian, Zyros, with Tiana Bastard is a very familiar one. I'm sure people have seen like a million of those. It's kind of like people are realizing how to counter it more and more every season, so you really see less of that. So you see different cleave comps. There's some different cleave comps evolving, but then as soon as people start realizing how to counter those, they will become less relevant, have less win rates, so people will use them less, etc., etc. So you have to decide what kind of comp that you want to run. And a lot of it is dictated by, one, your play style. What do you like to play, right? Some people like to do... I feel like most people probably would like to cleave. I don't know. I think some people like to use whatever as long as it wins the most. And generally they tend to do better. If they're like willing to wait it out and be like, this has a higher win rate, this is slightly more effective. And they're like, I don't mind the 15-minute matches. For me, I don't like the 15-minute matches. Like, I have a Hathor, she does great. I could do the Hathor nonsense if I wanted to, but I really don't want to spend 20 minutes per RTA match. I'm like, how can we speed nuke? Let me do that. Does it have a lower win rate? Oh well, I guess I have a lower win rate then. So anyway, a lot of it is dictated by the units that you have in your monster box. Also, you got them ninjas, boy. What else does he have? He's got a Beth. He's got well, the Nat 5s don't really. The Nat 5s. You can kind of like shape it by the Nat 5s that you have a little bit, because you can think about like the 4 stars are very easily, not super easily accessible, but if you're willing to shell out like a couple bucks here and there, you should be able to have 4 stars at your disposal and skill ups, etc., etc. So it shouldn't be really too crazy. So you kind of think about what Nat 5s. I see he's got some bruiser style stuff. Ooh, he's got those double immunities there. I think because I was talking to him earlier, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta build that. You gotta build that. You gotta build that." So he might have pulled those out because I yelled at him. So let's take a look at a few things also. For people that are looking to get into RTA, I would suggest taking a look at this list that says best. You go to the replays, shows best. Go around and look at what are people running at high level that have similar stuff than you have, right? Because I mean, like, some people be like, oh, well, they have this and this and this and this and this, but they also have this Ganymede. I don't have a Ganymede. Well, maybe you can run the same comp without a Ganymede. Well, they have an Amelia. I don't have an Amelia. Maybe you can run it with a friend instead of Amelia. Oh, well, they have this thing and that thing, and I don't have that. But you have something similar that you can put in the same spot. So, for a lot of things, like, you can go see what someone is running that is similar to the unit that you have, how they respond to different things, like see what they're picking against certain players, like what comps is that comp strong against or weak against, and how they react to it. So I would say definitely go through the best list at different times of day too, because remember, different people in different regions have different schedules, and you will find different players at like morning or lunchtime or dinner time or bedtime based on just like when it for you. You'll find different people playing in different regions. You'll find just different players on the best replays, right? Because it's just whoever's doing battles right now. So take a look at these and see who's doing things that have units similar to, at least the comp most similar to the units that you have, right? Or what you would like to play with. So, what is that? That is crazy. So yeah, that would be a good place to start. I highly recommend that being a place to start. I have like those favorites list full of my main. I even rotate people out, put new people in, have people on my alt on the favorite list. I'm like looking at all these different comps all the time. So let's take a look at some of the things that they're picking. This looks like a fighter level comp. Why does this look like a fighter level comp? Because Ritesh and Orion. That's what makes it look like a fighter level comp. And also, what? That second team, what is that? Why is it Tiana in that comp? So there's things wrong with both of these. I mean, I guess I could kind of almost understand a Tiana Annabelle in a cleave, but then there's 3 single target bruiser DPS units in that Tiana Annabelle team. Like, it doesn't make sense, like the other units that they picked with that. Also, like, I mean, those units could be used, but I just wouldn't pick the Tiana and Annabelle. Tiana's a control unit, like you stick her in control comp. And then okay, so the Ritesh Orion. Ritesh is kind of like, immunity shuts him down after things have immunity, and then he gets weaker over time because he's got less HP over time, and he falls over easy to like anything. Like if the enemy the enemy has 2 fire units. I mean, Rakan gets weaker over time as well, but Rakan's first skill gets stronger too. But yeah, like a Perna or a Garo will just destroy Ritesh over a few rounds. Not a few rounds, but as the match progresses, the HP goes down. Their HP units, they get weaker. But really, Ritesh is not a great high-level pick because he doesn't have any strip, he doesn't have any control. He's very weak to immunity. As soon as the enemy picks immunity, he's like, oh, I didn't want to do anything anyway. So he's not as relevant. Orion is not a high-level unit for a different reason. I mean, you could use it, but here's the thing. With Orion, you don't know. I mean, it's good for Guild Wars, because you have less units, right? You have less units. But for RTA, a lot of things are on will. There's 4 units. You may not strip and... It's all random. You may not strip and defense break the thing you want to strip and defense break. You may not get any defense breaks on anything. It's a little bit more reliable the less units that you use. Less units on the enemy team, less randomness. So that's why Orion isn't really as reliable in RTA. I mean, I know someone's going to be like, I had a thing where Orion did everything perfectly. Like, yeah, that happens. But, like, what happens when Orion goes up against Triana, Vanessa, Diana, and something else all on will runes? And he, like, Orion defense breaks, and you have like a fire DPS, not a fire DPS unit. You have like a water DPS unit. Orion strips the Triana, but doesn't defense break anything, and then you have like a water DPS coming in and doing damage without a defense break. It's like, okay, well that what water units are meta relevant, but you know what I mean. It's random. The Daphnis is more meta relevant now. The Garrow as well. So here's the thing though, if we think about it like as far as opening and responding, this is a few of the units here are openers and a few of them are kind of responders. There's kind of hoping, it's not a terrible comp, like it's gotten up to a point, but it's just like if Orion gets banned, then you're taking turn 2 and then someone's gonna kill the Daphnis. That other comp doesn't make sense though. But the Diana's not bad. Daphnis has been more user-friendly now that he's got his buffs. Garrow is not terrible for a last pick, but a lot of things in the current meta like Ajir and Vertiheal are countering the Garrow. Did I say Varad? What? Did I say Varad? I don't know. So the second one, but it's not like if you were gonna go more aggressively, like it's kind of like a mixture of two comps though. That's the thing. It's not an aggressive comp, but it's also it's a mixture of both. Like the first 2 units are more tanky bruise, and the last 3 units are more like outspeed and nuke something immediately. So it's a mixture. It's kind of more of a mixture of things. For this one, it's like 2 different things. It's Daphnis Ganymede, but Ganymede really doesn't need to reset too much. Like, he can reset the Perna on the enemy side, but aside from that, it's some bruisers, but it's also, he picks the Bernard to open. And also there's not a lot of sustain. Diana's second skill in pony form sustains, but the rest of the comp doesn't sustain. Like it's just lacking sustain, but there's also like it's just a mixture, it's a mixture of comps again. It's a mixture of comps. So I would say decide on if you're taking turn 2 or you're taking turn 1 and then go from there. Because like the Ganymede Bernard could be a thing, Ganymede Bernard Vanessa, but then the pony and the Fire Monkey are a different comp. You'd run them in a different comp. Also, why the Fire Monkey? Hold on. I don't know why there's the Fire Monkey pick. So they picked the Fire Monkey after the Praha and Feng Yan. The Fire Monkey was supposed to counter the Feng Yan? I guess? I don't know. I don't know why the Fire Monkey was picked. So what would we run? I don't know that I really... The Daphnis is not bad anymore. I don't know if I had first picked Daphnis, but... Ooh, go, Chloe. Good old Chloe. Yeah, this is fighter level picks. What would I say is really the stronger stuff? See this one actually, this comp right here, this looks more like a high level comp. Picks the immunity at the end. I would pick I like the Fran pick sooner, but the Daphnis seems a little bit. I would use a different bruiser in the place of the Daphnis here, but at least makes more sense. This is at least starting to make a little bit more sense as far as comp-wise. But now there's a few bruisers. The Daphnis, there's a little bit of strip. We changed the team entirely. I mean, it is okay to like play around with different teams and see like that's actually not bad to like see what you like the best. But I would say if you're gonna do twins comp, see the thing with the twins comp though, is if you pick 3 twins, two chakrams and a boomerang in this case, they can just ban the boomerang and then the twins don't move together with anything. which is, you can still make that work. You still have the speed element. But also, if they don't have, like, the Orion is the only unit on Swift here. So if they're not tanky enough to survive, then they will just die. They'll just fall over and die. So here, like, what do they? I'm kind of curious. Do they just ban the? Orion? I feel like they possibly ban the Orion, and then also it's a 5-star Fran. If you're gonna push higher in RTA, you need to make sure everything is 6-starred, skilled up, max runes, everything. They still left a set of twins in. I don't know if I would have necessarily done that. I feel like... Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have done that. Also, it's not speed tuned. It's another thing. Make sure things are speed tuned. And now they're just going to destroy everything. They changed targets, though. Why did they change the target? They could have just gone with Sabrina. They could have just continued to go for Sabrina and then not had to really worry about too much. But they changed targets to Orion. He could have taken that Sabrina out, though. So, yeah. This comp. Alright, so let's see. Let's do a ranking battle. Let's see how we would approach the situation. How we would approach the situation. How would we approach the situation? Would we go CC? Would we go... Yeah, I should have looked at this... Do we want to go more DPS or do we want to go more CC? Because he's got some decent DPS units. Bruiser units. Okay, so we see that they're going to twins, right? We see that they're going to maybe Shayna, Sabrina, something like that. Do we have the things to counter that? I mean, not Shayna, Sabrina. Shayna, Martina, or something like that. Can we outspeed and... Actually, I wish he had some of these other units built. What do we have that's going to take turn 1? We don't have too much that's going to take... We could try to take turn 1. Okay, let's go with a turn 1 comp. Let's go with the turn 1 comp. Can we pick a... Beautiful. Beautiful. Is it beautiful? There you go. Is it beautiful? What is he supposed to be? Wait, why is he... his damage is based... All his damage is based on speed. All his damage is based on speed. It is a hostile takeover, isn't it? All his damage is based on speed. All of it is based on... It's all based on speed. Or she's too slow for RTA as well. I really hope this is speed tuned. Oh, hold on. We don't want to do... You know what? Yeah, we will use Daphnis. Okay. I guess we're going for... Can't we just Lucian? We could actually just Diana here. How fast is Diana? Ooh, she's not runed well enough. Okay, so the runes are actually... I thought they were going to be better. Okay. I'm basically just picking Diana because it's going to counter what he's picking. All the units he's picking. Let's go crit rate. Or do we go... Yeah, let's go crit rate. So we should be able to take out this Sigmaris very easily. We should be able to take out this... I think we're going to take out the BK first. And then we're going to take out the Sigmaris. Well, actually, let's take out the Ethna. Ethna first. Take out Sigmaris. Yeah, that's... Okay. But we had the idea of, like, 2 Swift... If we're going to outspeed a nuke, 2 Swift units, and then try to pick our DPSs as far as, like, what we're going to go up against. So let's try a different strategy. Let's go for a... I was gonna say let's go for a, cause like the Diana wasn't, I would have preferred the like Mara on there. However, the like Maron was absolutely not even close to being ruined for RTA. This is gonna have to be, let's try one of these. There's no 6-star Fran on here anyway. So. We'll try a, like, bruiser style comp. Okay. Ooh, we don't have the monkey rune. We have one immunity. We don't have a second immunity, though. We really would need a second immunity. You don't have any runes. This might be our best option for now, I guess. Bulwark. And what else? Ooh. That's interesting, actually. I kind of don't want to deal with this Ughhhhhh, actually. What do I feel like he's gonna ban? I feel like he might ban the Diana. We might just go with the Theomars, I guess, then. Because the Wind Monkey's not geared up. Who do we want to ban? I'm not as worried about the... Well, you know what? We don't have any... What if we did this? He did ban the Diana, I was right. That's why I was looking to ban Ughhhhhh. I was like, but we should be fine. He has no immunity now. So, let's see. We could possibly select the leader monster. I never use this a comp like this, though. I never use a comp like this. We don't have a defense breaker, though. So we're going to have to try to... We kind of do have 3 DPSs, though. Because this, oh my goodness. This Fire Girl, can do some damage. Not damage, but she can do her thing. That's not speed-tuned correctly. That Ughhhhhh should be moving first. Before Ganymede. That would be the optimal situation. Okay. Additional turn, of course. Okay. Yeah, I mean we have to hit her anyway. Proc? No additional turn. I mean, I don't really want to use that though. Kind of poopies. Why though? Why? I don't know why he went for that one. Ooh, violent proc. Violent proc. That was speed. They were speed tuned wrong though. They were speed tuned wrong. I actually didn't even. I still don't know who I wanted to ban there. But we could have used the better. You know, it would have been great if we had the Fran there. Fran or Amelia, and they were fast because stuff would need to be fast. Okay, what? Let's take a brief synopsis of the different RTA units that I would see us possibly. He's got 2 Orions though. How's Wusa? Also, I think he was picking Wusa later as well. Wusa, everything's skilled up. Because Wusa's not a great first pick anymore. Just because there's so many things. But he's basically, I mean, this would need to be... Ooh, not on that. But, yeah, this would need to be HP. Or just a better rune on here. Just more juice. Or if you're going to use it, either HP or defense or something instead of flat attack. And then, of course, maxed. Right? Because you want to max like everything. What is this boy on? Speed, crit, damage, attack? Actually, it's not that bad. That's not that bad for Daphnis. I would like him faster, but it's not that bad for Daphnis. He's squishy though, so you have to use him. You can't use him in a turn 2, like bruiser style though. You would have to use him in like a speed nuke fashion. I don't see like there's really not control, so you can't really run a control comp here. You can run a speed nuke comp, and like Marn would absolutely have to be. Like, you can go Bernard Orion like Maron, something like, well, I showed Bernard Orion like Maron, Perna, Theo Mars, things like that in there. Like the 2 swift units and the 3 fast DPS. But Lagmar needs to be so. Why is Lagmar so slow? I have no idea why Lagmar's so slow. 14. He does that. Well, he's new, though. He's new. But I have no idea why he's so slow. This is like a. What could that rune be for? Not like Moron. That's not a like Moron rune. This is. What would I put this on? Not like Moron. It has no speed. Everything needs speed. Everything needs speed for like Moron. Yeah, like Moron would need to be way faster. I feel like you could even do this in a like Moron comp. Like Bernard Orion, Horizvelg, like Moron, X, Perna, Theomars, something like that. I mean, it'll work to a certain degree. It should still work in like the. It's not going to get you G3, but it should still work to like get you up to a certain point, right? How are you? Speed, HP, attack. We lose out a little bit of damage from him. He's not tanky enough to be. You would want speed, crit damage, HP is a better. For like a hybrid, speed, crit damage, HP is better. He does damage based on. His crit damage is really nice on him. He does damage based on the amount of harmful effects on the enemy as well. So. But I mean, he's not even max skilled. I think I have mine on my alt. There's like speed, HP, attack, or something like that. So I can't complain. But Perna's great here. Perna is 100% crit rate. Hold on. I mean, he's got that. Perna's definitely gonna crit on water like this. He's definitely gonna crit on water like this. Not the worst. Not the worst Perna. But oh, 20. Hold on. This is 27 speed and HP. This would be better on something that's not a Perna. There's better for speed and HP. There's better stuff for that. I would try to get more damage output from this rune. Less speed and HP and more crit damage, speed, attack, and crit rate. I mean, they have the innate attack, but not that the attack is bad. The attack is not bad, actually. But the crit damage is lacking. I like this rune, though. How much crit rate would he have if he was? Yeah, it's gotta be. It's kind of gotta be crit damage though for Perna to do a lot of damage. I mean, like the attack power is good. The attack power is good. The speed we could use a little more speed, but the crit damage, man. I feel like this is just such a valuable rune for other units, like support units. Be really nice. What else? I don't really love. Here's the thing with Rakan and RTA. Rakan gets shut down by a lot of things. Rakan gets shut down by a lot of things in RTA. I mean, like Chilling, El Sharion, Ajir, Hathor, skill 2. I mean, Diana probably wouldn't Diana into that, to be honest. I probably wouldn't Diana into that. But there's still a lot of other things. A lot of, yeah, those things. So I really wouldn't be using him too much. Garrow is a decent last pick if you know your opponents are not picking multi-hitters, but there's so many multi-hitters, like Verd Fran is already, Verd Fran Ajir, Fire Lich is already very meta-relevant units, and all multi-hitters. So, the Gyro kind of suffers based on that, unless he's picked, like, towards the end. So, or unless you're running, like a cleave, like a single-target cleave. Like, I've seen, it's a decently popular comp of the Bastet, Velajul or Draco, and then a Gyro, and then 2 other single-target DPS units, or sometimes like Shimate, Ciara, Molong, Daphnis, sometimes Lucian there, sometimes Kali in there, things like that. The more Japanese style cleave. But he would still need to be faster. This guy would still need to be faster. I had mine similar, he was still like plus 100, but he was, and he had good attack power. But I had to sacrifice some of the attack power to make him faster, to make him more annoying. But then I don't even use him too much in this season. Wang, again, Wang needs higher crit rate. And also more speed and also more tankiness. Actually, you could do with less attack and more tankiness. Yeah, he could do with less attack, because he needs to survive longer. More tankiness, speed, and crit rate. So more HP, defense, speed, crit rate, less attack power. He can afford to have less attack power. That's a beautiful Wang rune. That's a beautiful Wang. That's a beautiful Wang. But yeah, you can take one of these attacks off and try to get those other stats on there. Yeah, this could be replaced with something even more tanky. This is a hostile takeover, isn't it? I knew it would be. I knew it would be. Actually, this is not. Why not this one? Why not that one? He's better now. Congratulations. Why not that one? He still needs to be faster, though. And well, still faster, tankier, more crit rate. But that's a good step in the right direction, right? This could solve all your problems if you have something amazing here. I mean, this is actually not this. It's still not going to solve all the problems. I like this better though, but still would need speed. But I like this better because when you're picking Wang, also he's not that good this season because Vertiheal turn cycles so much. Now Fran attack gauge reduces and not stun, so Fran's even better against Wang, so he's even less relevant to pick. But Ajir. Between Ajir, Gani, Hathor, Vertiheal, like, Wang might never move. Whereas, like, the Fire Lich has kind of become more... After his buff, he gets more turns. He was just like a little tweak buff to his passive. He stole turns before anyway, but it's just Fire Lich is more meta now. Does this put him over 20,000? It does. That's a fat Wang. It's a fat Wang. But yeah, you want Wang to stay around for a while because he's gonna get his attack power from his passive already anyway. So you want it to accumulate. So you want him to last quite a long time. But also still, I mean, like the crit rate could be. It still needs to be a little bit better. But so crit rate, speed, and defense still need to be a little bit higher. Mostly the speed. Mostly the speed. I feel like we might be able to get away with the crit rate not being too much higher, but she needs to be both faster and she needs to be tankier. She needs to be faster and tankier. Even if you don't have crit damage on here, you don't need to have crit damage on here necessarily. HP crit rate attacks. Actually, that's a really nice rune. That's a really nice. I like that rune a lot. Yeah, you don't need this on here. You can put tankiness on here. You used in this the Fire Mermaid. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like that could be I like speed, crit rate, and HP and defense for my Diana, because here's the thing. Diana, when you use Diana in your team, when 361 runes, 355 grinds, why are they not maxed? Why are they not? I know he's farming. Why are they not maxed? What was I saying? Diana's gonna get focused first, because when you hit her friends, she's gonna get attack gauge. So people look at it and they're like, okay, I'm gonna hit focus Diana first. But when she falls over, because she's got plus 233 defense, she doesn't have high enough defense. Then she's plus 125 speed. Plus 125 HP. She's not going to. She's gonna fall over easily, so it's gonna be easy to kill her. She needs to be definitely tankier, much tankier, much tankier. Let me try to see the stats that I have on my Wang Giggity. Let me try to log in. Let me read off my stats in my Wang. I'm not going to comment on Lucian's. That had nothing to do with RTA. Needs more HP, doesn't he? Don't clip that face. Don't clip that face. I mean, resistance is not bad on him, but he needs tankier stats. I don't know where he's being used, though. 23 speed. He could be faster. That's not terrible, aside from the fact that he could be faster. Okay, so if we see this one, look, it make him faster. Wow. I feel like, wouldn't you switch that? I feel like I would switch that. I'll switch that around. What do you guys think? Would you switch that around? I would switch that around. Aside from that, I mean, it just needs to be, for the most part, faster. The stats aren't that bad. It just needs to be faster. So, but this is kind of that situation where it's like, I was like, that 27 speed would be better on something else, like a nice support unit that needs to be very, very fast. Like a Ganymede, for example. Like a Ganymede. She's less meta relevant because of Vertiheal. Also, what is this? I don't know what the strip would be for her. Like, what strip situation? What strips do we have? We have, like, Diana. We have Daphnis, but if you're using Daphnis, you're trying to kill things. So we wouldn't really have too much of a strip situation for the Jean to really be a thing. So I wonder if I wouldn't really just not focus too much on Jean at all when trying to progress to higher... Chloe! What does Chloe have on? Was this the Chloe he was using? That was the Chloe he was... That was the... Okay, you can't use that Chloe in RTA. That's no. That's no. That's just no. Just no. She would need to be faster too. I see the potential in her if you want to use her as a second. Well, also she would need to be skilled up. She would need to be skilled up as well. And if she's on Nemesis, you would want her to be high resistance. In subs, just valuable Runeos. Also, you'd want a better rune for this. You're looking for speed. Well, you can't have defense on here, on this stat, but you were looking for speed and HP mostly, and then some resistance. As many of those as you can. And this doesn't have any speed. It's got the HP and defense, though. I'll probably stick to, instead of the crit damage, I'd probably like gem, like a blue speed gem or something like that in there. I mean, not that we want it to be blue. Oh, gotta get that blue. But I mean, you probably want like a legend one for something crazier, right? Just overall needs more speed and resistance for something like this. The defense is not that bad, but more speed and resistance. What else was he even... Is he using this one? It's also not maxed. It's not maxed on the 3rd skill. So I don't know how much he's using it. But there's things that still need grinds. Should need to be faster. Mine's... I half-butted mine too. She's an interesting unit though in RTA. She's got bad base speed, but she's got some potential. Aside from, if you can make up for her bad base speed with runes, would have to be really good runes. But remember Fighter 3, there's a lot of people in Fighter 3 that have actually really good runes. I mean, not amazing runes, but like solid, like decently solid runes. It's not like Fighter 3 and Arena. Although even Fighter 3 and Arena, some of the G3 players in RTA are Fighter 3 and Arena because they just don't do Arena, and their defense is sitting somewhere randomly in Fighter 3 Arena. These poor people are like, Fighter 3 is so hard! Who is this person, Barian? I don't know. Who is this? Tiger? Who is Tiger? Oh my goodness. Faint memory. That name sounds familiar, but Fighter 3... I don't understand. Why can't I beat this? You know what I mean? Yeah, you need to pick out whatever comp you like the best. But I mean that Bernard, Orion, and triple fast DPS units is only going to take you to a certain point, because people are going to still be able to pick around that. They're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to Vanessa, Okeanos, Hathor, Triana, Diana things. Perna, right? So they're going to pick those things against it. So that's going to be frustrating for you. Overall, some things are okay. Some things still need higher rune quality. Ooh, that's going to be rough. I would say don't even build him if he doesn't have skid ups. She needs to be not on attack. She needs to be tankier, and she needs to be faster, and she needs to be on will or revenge even. That's a nice rune. That is a really nice rune. Hot damn. I mean, that would even be good on, like... I feel like that's almost like doing a disservice on her, because like that attack power is so high. Like, she needs attack power to like, you want decent attack power on her to heal, but it's less about the attack power and more about the tankiness. The fast and tanky on Fran. Fast and tanky. Don't worry so much about the attack. This would be better on something else. This would be better on something else. Fast and tanky. Wouldn't this be good on a Perna? I feel like this would be good on a Perna. Perna would be like, yes, give me that. And then you could put... I wonder. See, now I'm just goofing around with the... I was going to like go through and take the Perna thing off and put the thing on the other thing. Crit that... Well, he's not even finished. He's only... he's not skilled up. So you can't really take things that don't have skill ups into RTA. I mean, you can, but don't... Like, but you can't be like mad if they lose because you didn't finish it. So this is not finished. This is not finished. Banananan. Lego, you forgot Mananan. Hold on. Didn't he have... He has an Amelia, too. But there's a lot of things that are half-built. Speed crit damage attack. I don't like the speed crit damage attack build for Xingje. I feel like he needs to be way tankier. Finish build. Finish building things instead of half building things. Max everything, Look at all these fun toys, but of course not enough Devilmons. Triana's very nice as well, but of course not skilled up. So you can't have, like, figure out a comp and then go for that comp and then, like, make it as great as you can instead of building a bunch of different stuff with, like, half skill ups. I mean, it's not like he was really using this stuff. It's in storage. It's not like he's using it. But I'm just, I'm trying to think, like, even if we wanted to use it for RTA, it's not fully skilled up. Like, the Ajir is going to be tricky. Like, you can get Ajir from Guild Shop. So it's not that hard to get Ajir skill ups, but it's still going to be kind of challenging to get, to max out Ajir. It's not going to be, like, super easy. Also, This one on Swift could be really fun. Again, after the Devilmon situation's figured out. This guy, you could definitely look. He's almost skilled up too. He's got some skill ups in him. You could definitely consider building him against like the Diana things. He's very relevant. Ooh. Do you see that? Not saying you have to use that, but I'm just looking at all the different toys. All the different. Now we have a bunch of food. Oh, Han. Why didn't you at least build? I mean, like, you could still play with him. You could still play with the... Also, if Mononananan was on Swift. I mean, this is not a Mononanan. Where's this Mononananan for? What is this a Mononanan? He's Will. But he's slow and squishy. Like, where is he? I don't know where he's being used. I'm guessing he's being used in PvP, but then why Will? He doesn't really need Will in PvP. I mean, PvE, sorry. He doesn't really need Will in PvE. So I don't know what is he... He doesn't have enough... Like, for a Shield Will Cleave team, he doesn't have enough HP to survive very long, I feel. Maybe he's ready to go before something else in a Shield Will Cleave? No. I don't know why he's that slow on Will. Like, I don't know what team he's being used in. Amelia is great. Fran's great, though, as well. They need to be very fast, though. Very fast, very tanky. Very fast, very tanky. She's fun. I want to use her more. I want to give her more love. She deserves more love. I can see why you didn't like go crazy Devilmoning her like immediately. I feel like I'd still at least build these Light Dark Nat 5s, right? Build the Amelia and Fran. Oh, like here's the thing. Okay, like yeah, I would build the Light Dark Nat 5s too, and the Ughhhhhh too, but like the Ughhhhhh you're not gonna be able to do much without skill ups. Let's be real. I feel like she's nice too. I use her sometimes on my China server account. I feel like she's I like her. She's not that bad. People poo on her, but she's not that bad. And these ones you can still play around. You can still use them in Guild Siege and stuff like that. They are usable units. You can still use them. They're just not the high top tier meta relevant like Dark Nat 5s for RTA. But why wouldn't you at least want to play with them? You don't even want to play with your Light Dark Nat 5s. But Amelia and Fran are going to give you the best results. Fran is going to give you currently the best results because she's skilled up. And skill ups are very important. Amelia is going to give you better, really good results, though, in the future. And then Ughhhhh as well. I feel like I would build Sekhmet, though, as well. I feel like Sekhmet's got a place. But it's also about like skilling up what you don't already have skilled up. You know what I mean? Oh my god, Bagel, you just realized you took a 20-minute video and you made it almost an hour. This was a hostile takeover, wasn't it? God damn it. God damn it, it was, wasn't it? But yeah, it's kind of also about figuring out the comp that you want to run. Alright, guys. Probably nobody learned anything from this, did they? Nobody learned anything. Anyway, that's it for this one. Will this show up on YouTube at some point? Who knows? I'll see you as always in the next one.